Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Unfortunately, I have bad news to share with you. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I'm obliged to share that news with you. We'll speak in today's video about the transfer market because yesterday was deadline day. It is over. We'll speak about what happened, but also about the upcoming one. Why? Because the papers in Italy, they're already thinking about 24, 25, and maybe it's time now on Friday to start speaking about the Derby d'Italia, about Inter Juve. It's time now to start really going into that game. We didn't spend too much time speaking about it. Why? Because there was deadline day, because there was transfers, because there was Carlos Alcaraz. But now we have to go and speak about it because there were something that happened in the last 2 days that I saw, that I noticed, that I bookmarked, and I say, wait, I will come back on these things. So in today's video, all these things, so maximum of like if you didn't yet, please continue to subscribe and to support the channel. In January, you did fantastically well. Thank you for that. You can't even imagine. We did really great on the channel, so thank you for all your support, and I'm sure that in February, with less day than January, we can do even better. So now we start with a small update about Alcaraz. We already spoke a lot about him. If you want to know more about Carlos, go back on the channel. There is a detailed video where I did a lot of researches. I did a podcast with someone that is following Argentinian football, and we even did a funny one with the Here We Fly yesterday, following him from London to Torino. But Carlos Alcaraz, the updates this morning, Genio, Filippo from Average Juventino guy that asked him to sign a tennis ball. Carlos Alcaraz signature on a tennis ball is just epic and beautiful. This is really genius. The part of football that I love. Then we also discovered that Alcaraz will sit next to the number 24 Rugani and the number 16 Weston McKennie. And my question to you guys, let me know in the comment section, if you had the opportunity to choose a seat in the locker room of 23-24 Juve, between which two players of Juve would you love to sit? Let me know in the comment section. I'm really curious to read you. Today we also continue to speak about Alcaraz because Gazzetta dello Sport is writing a full page and looks like they don't care. They live in their own bubble. A bubble where they don't watch, they don't listen, they don't care about what other people are saying, about the opinions of experts. They go with Alcaraz, the new Vidal. I said it here on the channel. Thanks to the information that I was able to collect. A lot of experts were saying the same. He is not the new Vidal. For one huge, big difference, that Vidal has always been more defensive or mastered the defensive skills much more than Alcaraz, that is more an offensive player. Yes, they have a shot from the distance. Yes, they have both a right foot that is quite beautiful. Yes, they have the rhythm, the intensity, the grinta or garra, whatever you want to call it. But the defensive skills of Vidal were totally different than Alcaraz, and that made them really different players. Looks like they don't care. They absolutely don't care. Like yesterday, when they made the new team 24-25. But before that, let me announce you the bad news about Alcaraz, and then we stop speaking about him. Well, unfortunately, this morning he did the medical test, all good, no problems. But unfortunately, bureaucracy, paperwork are missing, and this afternoon he will not be able to train with his teammates. We will have to wait. What is the bad news? That unfortunately, I don't believe that the paperwork will arrive on a Friday afternoon when everyone is closing at 5 p.m. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I don't think, except of a miracle, I don't know where, that he will be able to be called up against Inter. And that's a really bad news for the people that were really curious, and some people that were even saying, you know what, Beppe, if he is on the bench and if he can enter at the 85th minute and giving us that beautiful winning goal, that would be just epic and fantastic. Well, probably it will not happen. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Now, Gazzetta dello Sport, I told you, they don't care about nobody. Yesterday, it was not even over the Calcio Mercato. They were already starting speaking about a new Juventus with Calafiori there in a three-man defense on the left. My question is, what about Jalot? Poor kid, we just signed him. He didn't even be able to play a single minute because he was not called up for the last game. What about Huijsen that went for experience, for playing time at Roma, that will come back at the end of the season? Calafiori. But why not? Then Weah confirmed on the right, Cambiaso on the left with Ciao Kostic, Koopmeiners in the middle, and we know it's a target of Juve, of the winter. It didn't happen. Juventus is still putting him on the priority list, so why not? Locatelli in that regista role, and then Rabiot. Looks like Gazzetta dello Sport, they know already things. Rabiot, he doesn't know if he will extend or not. He said it clearly. March, April, we will discuss again. But looks like Gazzetta dello Sport, they already extended the contract. And then we see up front, Vlahovic, good, we keep him, according to Gazzetta. No Chiesa, no Yildiz. We know it, huh? It is a debate. If there need to be a big sacrifice, maybe Chiesa, maybe Yildiz can leave. But both of them, it's maybe a stretch. And for who? For Sudakov. I don't know if they are informing themselves or not, but Sudakov just extended until 2028, the last day, December, so season 28-29, for a clause of 150 million euro release clause. Crazy. I don't understand. I have absolutely no idea. Why these kind of things? You know, why taking off Yildiz, Chiesa? Why selling this morning Corriere dello Sport already Cambiaso to Real Madrid for 45 million euro? How great Cambiaso is. Already on the 2nd of February, the day after deadline date, he will go to Real Madrid for 45 million euro. Why? Because Ancelotti is absolutely interested. And I believe that he is interested. What a fantastic surprise. What a fantastic player we have in Andrea Joao Cambiaso. Absolutely yes. Now to put him in the week of Inter Juve, where you're missing 2 days. I'm not stupid. I'm an old wolf. I know the tactics to actually put a bit of trouble there. Yeah, Chiesa, Yildiz away from the team. Cambiaso on the market for Real Madrid. And even worse, yesterday, there is a journalist, Pedro Almeida from Portugal, that is reporting a news, exclusive. Inter want to sign Adrien Rabiot for next season. Ragazzi, where is that information coming from? You think I'm stupid? You think of course it's coming from Milano, from the head office of the Nerazzurri. You know, go, put it there, the name. We don't even know yet if he will play or not, but put it there, because you know it, and this is legal now. From today, Adrien Rabiot can sign with whoever he wants, without even asking permission to Juve, because he's a free agent at the end of the season. So from today, he can go wherever he wants. Is there an interest of Inter for Rabiot? Maybe yes, probably yes. That's the tactic, that's the strategy. Free agent, you don't have to put cash on the table. Why? Because they don't have a lot of cash at the moment in the banks of the Nerazzurri. They go for Rabiot. I'm not sure if they are able to offer him a salary that he wants. If Rabiot wants to stay in Italy, it is for Juventus, guys, because we will go and play the Champions League next season. This is at 90% a fact. He said it clearly, March, April, priority Juve. Then we see. Then it can be that he goes to somewhere else. Where can he go? Paris Saint-Germain, a comeback. Can he go to England Premier League, one of the most attractive league of the world? Can he go to one of the big teams in Spain? He can go to Inter, I don't know. But even if it's the case, let's say, which I don't believe, but even if it's the case, and by the way, I checked, and I can tell you at the moment there is absolutely nothing between Rabiot and Inter. Let's say, did I have to put it yesterday on the 1st of February before the Inter game? Ragazzi. We'll come back on Mercato in a second with what Juventus did and not, and the future. This week is Inter Juve. So instead of speaking about Rabiot and the future, let us speak about the game. Inter Juve non decide, ma cambia gli equilibri. What does that mean? Barzagli, today, double page interview in Tuttosport, said Inter Juve is not a decisive one, but can change the hierarchy, can change the balance. Why? Because if Inter wins, of course, with a game in hand, psychologically, they run. It's not over, because it's long, Serie A, but they run. Doing a draw probably benefits Juve more. For what reason? Because you're still alive. If Juve wins, psychologically, you did something fantastic. And that's why I want to come back on the words of Max Allegri, because yesterday, the guy, he decided to become a motivational speaker. Not only he did in front of all the management, all the team of under 23 next gen, there was also the president of Serie A that was there present, but he also spoke with the team yesterday all together, gathering them, long motivational speak where he said, I will read you, they are superior, they are stronger, which we are saying since the beginning of the season, but we have to fight for it. It is the opportunity that we were waiting for. Guys, this is what I want to hear from my coach. We believe in it. We have to go for it. if there was an opportunity that nobody believed in, it's here. And that's what we were waiting for. Okay, we drew against Empoli. It's true we drew against Empoli. And it's a pity. Because now that game put us in danger if Inter wins. But we have an opportunity to change the destiny, to change the humor of, or the feelings of the Juventini after that draw. And it's now the moment. It will depend or change nothing. You win, you lose, you draw. It changed nothing because everything's still open. But, like Barzagli said, can change a bit the balance. The good news is Cavallo Pazzo, Adrien Rabiot, will be there. Should be there from the start of the game. Today or yesterday already, he trained with the team, which is an excellent news. Full training yesterday, today, tomorrow, on Sunday, we play in Milano. That is not that far away, so it's not a huge, long travel to go to Milano. That's a good news. Federico Chiesa will be there. Everyone trained with the team. He will be there, probably not from the start, even if Sky Sport yesterday, they said Chiesa could potentially start. I don't know. Today in Gazzetta dello Sport, you start seeing also some tactical talks with players from Inter, players from Juve, who is important, who not. They are speaking about Thuram, how Juventus could possibly block him with a Cambiaso, with a Gatti, with a Weston McKennie, who can go on a player like Çalhanoğlu with the first pressing from Vlahovic, a Vlahovic that is in full pressure if we are watching the last few games, and then a Locatelli, so not one man only, but two men. On the other side, they are praising the work of Adrien Rabiot and the work of Kenan Yildiz that can bring some unpredictability. So for Gazzetta, at the moment, these guys, the two Turkish men and then the two Frenchmen, are extremely important for the balance of that game. Looks like when I'm watching, when I'm reading, we are going towards two coaches that are thinking, how can we limit the other team instead of how can we beat them? And that's the feeling I have at the moment as we speak, reading Gazzetta dello Sport. Look, chi ferma Thuram? Who closes? Who stops Thuram? Çalhanoğlu will be a playmaker, but also a number 10, while Yildiz is Fantasia, and then the physical strength of Adrien Rabiot. Maybe it will be the single player that will unlock that game, or maybe even not. And then they give you that crazy idea of Simone Inzaghi that could possibly play a 4-2-3-1, changing everything there, and a Juventus that could possibly play with a 4-3-3. With Cambiaso on the right back, with Danilo as a left back, Bremer and Gatti in the center of the defense, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot. Up front, you have Yildiz, Vlahovic and Chiesa. Both of the players there, together with Dusan Vlahovic. Something that Max Allegri already since a few weeks said they are not ready to do that work. I don't know if it can happen from the start or not. Everything can be, but without any striker, because Keane is not there, because Milik is not there, that possibility is really difficult. So Gazzetta dello Sport looks like they don't care. Again, they don't watch. Anyway, what are the front pages saying? Well, they are all speaking about something big, about something huge, even if football fans, they are not caring about it. Is important. They are speaking about Lewis Hamilton, Corriere dello Sport, Lewis Hamilton, Tutto Sport, Lewis Hamilton, Gazzetta dello Sport. Why? Because yesterday it was announced that from 2025 he will join Charles Leclerc to Ferrari. Huge one. And who do we have to thank for? It is this man, Massimiliano Allegri. Now, jokes aside, I don't even know if I will be able to edit and to show you the picture. Go on a Telegram group and you will watch it if I don't edit the video. But it is John Elkann that was there on top of the ownership of Juventus when we signed Cristiano Ronaldo, and again he's on top of Ferrari signing Hamilton. Two huge, big signings, fantastic, beautiful. It is shocking, it is beautiful, it's something that, wow, I want already to watch the 2025 first race. Gazzetta dello Sport yesterday, avanti con Max, so let's continue with Max. I was really curious to actually read the paper to understand, okay, is the decision already taken? Because we continue with Max, we will extend with Max 2 more seasons. Actually, I will not speak too much about it, because when you are reading the article, you actually feel that you just lost your time, because they are just saying at the moment in the atmosphere Juve, in the ambiance Juve, the feelings are much better towards Allegri and so, but of course he's second there on top of the ranking. We're doing much better than we were even thinking about in the beginning of the season, then they are not speaking yet about agreements, about talks, nothing. Guys, it is what it is. Like a bit the extension, one that will extend, or maybe, because we don't know, it is Mike Maignan until 2028 with Milan. It's funny, the title of Gazzetta today with Mike Maignan, Cuore Milan, Heart Milan, Love Milan. But to extend until 2028, he needs the increase of his salary. Really fun. Also because apparently from 3.2 million euro net that he's earning today, he wants to go towards a 6 or 7 million euro. Mamma mia. Luckily, Heart Milan. Luckily, he loved Milan. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe he would have asked 15 million euro. Oh, speaking about the Mercato of Italy, ragazzi, the one that probably impressed me the most, the one that I want to say bravo for what you did is Roma with Baldanzi. Not that it is an immediate starter, but they secured the future with Baldanzi in that role. Fantastic, and already anticipating him in the winter. It's a beautiful one, so congratulations to them. Not only Baldanzi, Huizen on loan, beautiful one. And Angelino as well, so good one. But then if you look at the total Mercato of Serie A, then you tell me Serie A is back, Calcio is back, fantastic football. You see that also now, this time in the winter session, we are in a positive of 50 million euro, which means that we sold for more than we actually signed players for. Is that healthy? Probably yes, because you're sustainable. On the other side, we are not producing young talents, except of Juventus, and we are not able to sign top talents from abroad or for Italy themselves. It's quite difficult, the transfer market in Italy, and if you're looking at the teams, it's a big pity. It's a disaster. Lazio, they signed who? Di Gianni from Gubbio. Never heard about him. That's it. Nobody's speaking about it. They just sold Basic. No changes for Lazio. Monza went for Zerbin and Juric. That's it. Salernitana, they changed all the players there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new possible starter, but yeah, they try. All in. We try. We see with Boateng, Sassuolo on a lot of things, Torino on a lot of things, Inter just Buchanan on the right side, that's it. Juventus, as much as we are happy with the Hebrew fly, but Thiago needs to come back from an injury. The other guy, Alcaraz, we are all happy. Why? Because that's it. But actually, we took a player from second division on loan, and we hope the best for him, and we are excited. But on a realistic side, did we do big things here? No. Then of course we thought about the future with Pedro Felipe, with Adzic, and so on, like the 16 years old that is coming from Argentina as well. So we did beautiful things, but impactful, I don't know. Lecce, nothing. Milan, they needed so much a defender. They were not even able to sign one. Napoli, Mazzocchi, yes. Traoré from Bournemouth, Ngonge from Verona, the Donker. Could be a good Mercato. Maybe a good Mercato for Napoli. Napoli, Roma, both of them did something. I tell you, with Angelino, the only fear I have is now that they go with a 4-man defense. I'm not sure how many times Huijsen will have to play, so I'm really curious. They're Udinese, Gianetti, Verona, they changed, but I believe for the worse, so it is the reality. Accept it, guys. Before we are back, I don't know how long. Instead of going with these big quotes, maybe think about what is the reality. Now we finish with the Juve Mercato, which is important one. Well, for the future, for 24-25, Felipe Anderson from today is really also a player like Rabiot that could sign wherever he wants to. At the moment, he refused all the extensions from Lazio. Could be a real player from Juve from next season. Not now, but next season, 24-25. I already told you, I don't care about, no, I don't like, I like, it's old, it's not old, or whatever. I think it can be a real reinforcement for a cheap, with a salary for 3.5, 4 million euro. I read 6, 7 is impossible, but for 3.5, 4 million, I think, yeah, I would take him, especially if we are thinking to go towards a 3-man up front offensively. Could be a really cheap one, a good one. Koopmeiners is still there, in addition to a player like the player that we just signed, Alcaraz. I don't know, maybe Alcaraz we test him if he's really the player that is surprising us, and really Giuntoli did a fantastic masterclass. We don't need maybe Koopmeiners. Maybe Rabiot will really leave. Koopmeiners will come on the right side with Alcaraz on the left side. Could be, but these are the names that we will hear talking about for the next things. Then Nonje, just yesterday, refused a loan to Granada, the team of ex-scout Tognozzi. We tried again for Winsley Botelli, player from Mönchengladbach, but they said no because they don't want to lose him. And I believe, oh, maybe the last one, Monza. Monza retried for 2 players last day, yesterday, Miretti and for Moiskin. But Juventus wanted money for Miretti and they didn't have money. So I think it's totally correct. You have no money, pity for you. The player stays with us, especially because in quantity we're lacking. So that's a good one. And then Moiskin, they wanted him, but Max Allegri said no. And I think that that's a really good one because it will be tough for Moiskin physically, but especially mentally to come back after going to Atletico Madrid, watching a game there, already thinking to become a Colchonero until the end of the season. And I believe, to have the support of Max Allegri saying, no, you go nowhere. I still count on you. It's the best thing that he could do. That was it for me for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of Mercato, but also Inter Juve. Comment, like, grazie, forza, Juve.